A desirable innovation is one that creates value for customers by solving an actual problem or need. Testing the desirability of an innovation represents human-centric explorations into the problem space before moving into the solution space. This is a variation from our natural inclination to jump to solutions before fully comprehending the problem at hand. I have experienced this firsthand with one of my own business startups, a labor relations consulting firm. We were continually developing innovative service offerings to better solve what we thought our clients' problems were. It took me 2 years to realize the actual job that my clients wanted me to do was to maintain labor relations harmony in their workplaces, rather than solving problems after they occurred. Only when I had a better understanding of the problem space were we able to develop proactive solutions. These included training for our clients as managers and employees, and implementing clear policies and procedures to ensure fast resolution of labor-related issues. Our job was to not have a job. Because we shifted from a problem-solving to a preventative insurance model, we also changed our revenue model from ad hoc billing to monthly subscriptions. The new business and revenue models led to exponential growth and higher profitability. The first step towards successful innovation is to clearly define the problem space before moving to the solution space. First, seek opportunities, not perfect solutions. Design thinking and lean startup are two approaches that force you to start in the problem space. Empathic design thinking derives from a process of interpretation or reinterpretation of the reason why people buy and use products. Designers are driven by customers' needs and their constructed realities, the gaps in use, usability, and meaning of existing products. Tim Ogilvy and Gene Litka explain that reality is always constructed by the people living it. Decisions are seen as driven by emotions more than logic. Desire is seen as more powerful motivator than reason. In this world, there is only our individual truth. Where managers analyze trend data to find optimal solutions, designers observe customers' experiences to uncover novel problems. Roberto Verganti takes this approach further and believes that radical innovation of meanings doesn't come from user-centered approaches. Step back from users and take a much broader perspective. Interact and listen to multiple interpreters of meaning to determine how meaning is changing or can be changed. Design is related to the innovation of the meaning of products and services. An innovation that concerns the purpose, the why people use things, rather than the functionality and performance of products or the what and how. The smartphone is a good example of design-driven innovation. Nokia operated in the solution space and was fixated on designing better phones. They had a phone solution for every segment of the market, from a personalizable phone for teenagers to an indestructible brick for the tradesman. Solutions, in this case the mobile phone, blocked Nokia's ability to see other opportunities. Instead, Steve Jobs believed that very rarely can your customers predict something that they don't even quite know they want yet. He indicated that you have to start with a customer experience and work backwards to the technology. Apple focused on finding problems and innovated the meaning of the mobile phone to provide customers with a handheld computer on which numerous solutions or apps can be built. Although we still call it a mobile phone, actual voice and text communication represent a fraction of the time we spend on our smartphones. Today, 90% of smartphone use is for social media, entertainment, search, emails, and shopping apps. When adopting an empathic design thinking approach, the key is to interpret meaning as if you are looking at it for the first time. Look at people like a child would. Always question your own preconceptions and set aside what you know. Don't let your imagined constraints limit your possibilities. Great design inevitably starts with the question, what if anything were possible? Design thinking tools that allow you to do this include journey mapping, value chain analysis, mind mapping, and brainstorming. The second method that places desirability at the forefront is Lean Startup. According to Steve Blank, startups fail because they confuse search with execution. The Lean Startup process involves translating your business ideas into a series of business model hypotheses, testing assumptions about customers' needs, and creating minimum viable products to try out proposed solutions on customers. The Lean Startup approach begins with customer discovery, turning the real world into a laboratory by conducting as many customer interviews as possible. Customer interviews do not ask people what they think about the proposed solution, but rather aim to uncover problems. Do not sell your solution during customer discovery interviews. Rather get to know who your customer is, what job they want to get done, their pains, and the potential gains they are looking for. Have conversations rather than question sessions. Listen more than what you speak. Only once you have identified the problem do you test your solution by validating your idea or minimum viable product with your customers. The Lean Startup tools applicable to customer discovery are the Business Model Canvas, Customer Discovery Map, or Value Proposition Canvas. Winning innovations start with uncovering a customer need in the problem space. Only then do you move into the solution space to determine the technical feasibility and business viability of your innovation.